Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. After our battle in Marvel Champions last week, we're headed back to the boxing ring to play Glory Days Boxing from Glory Days Games. Just like the name sounds, this one is a boxing simulator. Admittedly, I'm not a boxing fan. I certainly don't know all of the fighters. I know some of the mainstream fighters, but not the real obscure ones. But I do enjoy these boxing games. We're going to pay another visit to last year's greatest boxer tournament entitled Bout 2 for tonight's bout, and what I consider to be the bout of the tournament. With that, let's go meet our first fighter. Fighting out of the red corner tonight, we have Rocky Balboa, the runner-up of the tournament. So we can see here we've got the 6 ratings with the star ratings, so we'll be rolling the D6s for those to determine who controls the action for each round. You can take a look at his card there if you like. I'll go through how everything works, but his special ability is Mauler. Subtract 5 from the opponent's stamina to start the fight. We'll be going for a 10-round bout tonight, so he'll be starting with 85 stamina. With that, let's go through his opponent. Fighting out of the blue corner tonight, we have Rocky Balboa's opponent from the quarterfinals of the Greatest Boxer Tournament, Ken Norton. For a little bit of history, this was one of the quarterfinal bouts, like I mentioned, in the Greatest Boxer Tournament entitled Bout 2 last year. These two actually went 15 rounds to a majority decision, and I think a big part of that happening is because in round 4, Balboa actually broke his hand against Norton. Norton was able to hang tough and even pick up one of the judges' scorecards before it came down to the third judge, and Balboa ended up with the win. Balboa advanced to the finals, losing ultimately to Rocky Marciano. As for Norton, he had gotten past Muhammad Ali in what I consider to be the shocker of the tournament, where Ken Norton had a tough draw, but he managed to upset Muhammad Ali in a 15-round unanimous decision. This also has the distinction of being the only bout that went to a majority decision in the tournament. So I think that's enough with the history lesson. Now let's move back over to the main game area and check the shot there. Before we can start this bout, we need judges and we need a referee. So we'll roll a referee first. We've got a list of 20 referees over here that we can go through. So I'll roll the D20 and we'll see who we get. First up we have, for a referee, that's a 15, which means we have Ken Morita officiating this bout. Just going to make some notes here. Ken Morita is all normal. So no adjustment to fouls and no stoppage. We also need our 3 judges, so we're going to roll for that. We've also got a list of judges that will be rolling on a D20. Let's see, first up is judge number 1, that's Adelaide Bird. Just going to make some notes here. Adelaide Bird on a 1 to 4 punch differential, 1 to 10 high, 11 to 17 low. Looks like 18 to 20 will be an even round. 5 to 8, 113 high, 14 to 20 low, and 1 to 18 high, 19 to 20 low. Okay, now we need a second judge. That's number 17, which will give us Terry O'Connor and no adjustments necessary for him. That'll make our lives very easy. And our third judge is judge number 7, which will be John Keane. John Keane is our one judge with something unique. He comes with what's known as impact bias. What that means is if a fighter stuns the opponent and lands more punches, the judge automatically gives them the round, 10-9, 10-8 if there's a knockdown as well. So I think we are all set there. Now that we've got our judges and our referee assigned, no adjustments for John Keane either. I think we're all set, so now we can sound the bell and start round 1. We've got all of our dice set up here. We've got red D6, we've got D6s, D percentile, and D20s for both fighters. Blue will, of course, represent Balboa out of the red corner, or blue will represent Norton out of the blue corner, red for Balboa out of the red corner. Now that we're all set, there's the bell, and let's start round one. Here's my cup. So we'll move into 3 minutes, the first segment of the first round. We'll start off by checking the D6s, and I'm actually going to turn that so we can see, hopefully, everything in there. So we'll check for each die. 5 is 2 stars on the outside for Balboa, and a 5 is 2 stars on the outside for Norton. So Balboa will be in control of the action. Then consulting the percentiles in 86, that will be a clinch. Nothing landed there. 240 left in the segment. All right, 2 on the inside for Balboa. 6 is 2 on the inside for Norton. Actually, yeah, no. Red is for Balboa. Nothing on the outside for Balboa. 2 on the inside for Norton, which means Norton controls the action this time on the inside. So a 57 for him. Miss and check the opponent's counter. Balboa's counter is a 5. So he will land a 2-point cross. He'll get on the board with 2 points and take momentum right away. 220 left to go in the round. All right, nothing on the outside for Norton, 2 on the inside for Balboa. Balboa will control the action. With a 15, a wild cross finishes the flurry for 4 points. The D20 for Balboa is hardly within power range. That'll be 4 points to Balboa, which will bring him up to 6. I should also mention TKO in this game is 25 points, unlike in Title Bout 2 where it's 30. And nothing happening for Norton there. 2 minutes left in the round. Balboa now with momentum. 1 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controls the action with a 98. Foul. 1 punch lands, but then we check the foul chart. Against the Norton's foul rating is a 5. That's a 2, so he's going to fail that, I believe. I thought there was a result here for foul. Let me just double check how that works. It's been a while since I played this game. Results in a foul, and then you would check the fighter specific foul for that chart. So, yes, Norton has committed a foul, which means we'll roll the D20 again. Norton has committed holding, which, here we go. So first time it's a warning. I'll make a note of that. Norton warned for holding. R1, his first time. Okay, that'll bring us to 140 left in the round. Norton now with momentum after having landed a punch. All right, 3 stars is 2 on the inside for Balboa. 1 is 1 on the inside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action this time. He gets a 71 on the inside. Miss, so we check the opponent's counter. Norton's counter roll is too high. 120 left in the round. Norton still with momentum. 2 on the outside for Norton. 2 on the outside. 1 on the outside for Balboa. 2 on the outside for Norton. Norton controlling the action. That's a 7. Norton gets a, that's, what did we say, 2 on the outside. So 7 lands heavy rights and lefts for 4 points. And the 3 is within Norton's power range. Balboa with a 14 is very much fine on his chin check. If he would fail that by rolling under the number, we'd have to check for a knockout, but nothing going on there. 1 minute left in the round. 2 stars on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton, which means they're going toe-to-toe. Norton with a 99, that'll check the event chart. We'll do that in a second. Balboa on the inside with a 26. Big shots in the pocket for 3 points. That'll bring him up to 9, give him momentum back. But we need to check the event chart, so we'll roll Norton's D10, D percentile for that since he triggered it. That's a 51. Fighter ahead on punches, pours it on, outscores opponent 5-1 this segment. So, Balboa went from 6. He'll go to 10. Norton will go to 4, and Balboa will keep the momentum. 40 seconds left in the round. 1 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controls the action. 67 on the inside. Will be a miss to check the opponent's counter. Balboa will counter with a 2-point hook. So that'll keep him with momentum. Last segment of the round. Get in there. 2 on the outside for Balboa, 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action. On the outside with a 92, that'll be a clinch, and that's the end of the round. That's the end of round 1. 12 points for Balboa. 4 for Norton. So we've got an 8-punch differential, which I believe. So we are going to be rolling a d20 for that on an 8-punch differential. Adelaide Bird is a little bit different, so remember, on a 1 to 13, he gives the round to the high scorer. That's an 8, so he'll give that round to Balboa. No adjustments from O'Connor or Keene. They will both score it on a 1 to 15, they'll give it to Balboa. 16 to 20 to Norton. We'll roll the 2d20s. Red for O'Connor, blue for Keene. And they're both, it doesn't really matter, they're both giving it to Balboa. Alright, so fouls. We got Norton fouled for holding. So that's it for round 1. I will reset the board and then we'll be ready for round 2. The crowd in the Cow Palace is buzzing, and there's the bell. Let's start round 1. 3 minutes left in the round. First segment. 1 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action right away. With an 80 on the inside. That'll be a miss. Balboa will counterattack with a 1 for a 2-point hook. That'll give him momentum right off the bat. 2:40 left in the round. I'm probably going to move this dice tower to the other side after the round is over. But I'm getting ahead of myself there. 2 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe. Balboa on the inside with a 20 picks up 3 points. Norton with a 99 is going to check the event chart once again. So Balboa will pick up another 3 points. But we have to check the event chart again. We'll roll Balboa's dice since he triggered the event this time. That's a 33, which says fighters continue to brawl after the bell sounds. Both are given warnings. So they'll both be warned for brawling. That's their first warning for brawling. 2:20 left in the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa, 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controls the action on the inside with a 54. That'll be a miss, but Norton's 10 won't let him counterpunch. 2 minutes left in the round. Nothing on the outside for Balboa. Or actually, 2 on the outside for Balboa. Nothing on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with a 35 on the outside. That will be a trip hammer left-right for 2 punches landed. 7 points, nothing special happening there. 1:40 left in the round. 1 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the outside for Norton, which means we're going toe-to-toe. Balboa with a 69 on the inside. That'll be a miss. Miss will check Norton's counter. That's too high. Norton with a 32 on the outside. 32 is going to be enough for a hook and 2 crosses to land for 3 punches landed, which will put Norton on the board at the halfway point of the second round and give him momentum. 1:20 left in the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa, 1 on the inside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action on the inside with a 78. That will be a miss, and the 12 won't let Norton counterpunch. 1 minute left in the round. 1 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action. On the inside with a 30. That's good for another hook and 2 crosses landing for another 3 punches landed. The 7 is not within Norton's power range. It would have been if Balboa was hurt coming into the segment. 40 seconds left in the round. 1 on the inside for Balboa, nothing on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with a 2. A 2 on the inside is going to bang away with both hands for 5 points. The 2 is within Balboa's power range, but Norton makes his chin check with an 8. And that gives Balboa momentum heading into the last segment of the round. 1 on the outside for Balboa, nothing on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with a 55 on the outside. That will be a miss. The 17 won't let Norton counterpunch, and there's the bell to end round 2. So another 12 punches landed for Balboa to 6 for Norton. A 6-punch differential once again. So we'll give the D20 a roll. Bird is scoring it the same way. 1 to 13 to Balboa, 14 to 20 to Norton. That's a 3. He's giving that round to Balboa. We'll do the same thing as before. Red D20 for O'Connor, blue for Keene. They both are going with normal scoring. 1 to 15, they're giving it to Balboa. 16 to 20, they're giving it to Norton. They're both giving it to Balboa once again. I'll get the board reset with that. I'll do a little bit of paperwork off camera, and then we'll be back ready to start round 3. Pardon me rearranging the shot a little bit. I mostly don't want to have to reach across the game area for the dice tower, but I think this should work a lot better and present everything okay. So we're just about set for round 3. All we're waiting for is the bell. So here's our first segment. First segment of round 3. Making sure everything goes through. 2 on the outside for Balboa, 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controls the action on the outside with a 60. On the outside with a 60, that'll be a miss. The 2 will let Norton counterpunch with a 2-point hook, so Norton gets on the board first. 2:40 left in the round. Norton picking up momentum right off the bat. If I can ever get the dice out of here. 1 on the inside for Balboa, nothing on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action on the inside with a 7. Wild cross finishes the flurry for 4 punches landed. That's a 1. That's within Balboa's power range, but Norton makes his chin check, so no problems there. 2:20 left in the round. I think we got everything there. Just checking. There should be one more die. Right, Norton's D10s. Now that we've got that figured out, 1 on the outside for Balboa, 1 on the outside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe, checking Balboa first. Balboa 91, clinch ends the segment. Yep, clinch will end the segment on the... Wait, yeah, that's a 91, so a clinch will end the segment. 2 minutes left to go in the round for heading into the next segment. 1 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the outside for Norton. Norton controls the action. I need to pull that through. That's a 2 on the outside to 91. That'll be a clinch to end the segment. 1:40 left in the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe. Checking Balboa first with a 2 on the inside. He'll bang away with both hands for 5 points. Norton will... 92. Norton will clinch. Will actually save himself from that flurry. 1:20 left in the round. 2 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Once again, we're going toe-to-toe. Balboa first. I'll pull the die through. With a 50 on the inside. That'll be a trip hammer right-left for 2 points. Norton going to the inside as well with the 56. That will be a miss to check the opponent's counter, but the 11's too high. So Balboa will pick up another 2 punches landed and keep momentum. 1 minute left in the round. Nothing on the outside for Balboa, nothing on the outside for Norton. We are going toe-to-toe. Balboa with the 43 on the outside will be another trip hammer left-right for 2 points. Norton with an 84 on the outside will be a miss, but Balboa won't be able to counterpunch. So that'll be another 2 points to Balboa. 40 seconds left in the round. Balboa beginning to take over here more than a little bit. That's nothing on the outside for Balboa, 1 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action on the inside with an 86. 86 will actually be a clinch. 20 seconds left in the round, so this is the last segment for round 3. 1 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action on the inside with a 49. That's a miss. The 10 won't let Balboa counterpunch, and there's the bell to end round 3. 8 punches landed for Balboa to 2 for Norton. I think he landed a counterpunch, and that was it. We'll bring everything else out, and we'll roll for the round. So Bird up first with another 6-punch differential. A 5, he's giving that one to Balboa as well. And we'll bring the 2 D20s in just like we've done before. Let's see. So O'Connor's giving the round to Balboa, but Norton's picking up his first card win as Keane is giving him round 3. But Balboa is very much still in control of this bout. Once again, actually, I can do my paperwork real quick here. And we'll come back with the board reset and ready for round 4. Norton is looking nothing like the fighter who took Balboa to the limit during the Greatest Boxer tournament. He's getting rocked here. With that, though, there's the bell to start round 4 with our first segment of the round. We'll put the Norton's D units through once I stop throwing it around. Nothing on the outside for Balboa, nothing on the outside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe. Balboa with a 95 on the outside will be a foul. That would be a 1-punch land, then check the chart. Norton with a 91 on the outside will be a clinch, so nothing lands in the segment. Balboa gets saved from himself, essentially. 240 left in the round. Get that one through. All right. Where's the red D6? There we are. Nothing on the outside for Balboa, nothing on the outside for Norton. Once again, we're going toe-to-toe. Balboa on the outside with the 54. That's going to be a miss to check the opponent's counter. A 35 on the outside for Norton, however, is a hook and 2 crosses landed for 3 punches landed. The 11 won't let Norton counterpunch, but it will give him momentum heading into the next segment of the round. 220 left in the round. 2 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton, which means we're going toe-to-toe. Norton with momentum, he gets his action first with a 20 on the... A 20 on the inside is going to be heavy rights and lefts for 4 points. Balboa on the outside with a 59. That's going to be a miss, and Norton's 14 won't let him counterpunch, but it will give him another 4 punches landed, bringing him up to 7. 2 minutes left in the round. All right, so that is 2 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Once again, we're going toe-to-toe. Norton first with a 52 on the inside. 52 will be a snap to jab followed by a cross for 2 punches landed. Balboa with a 70 on the outside. 70 on the outside's a miss. The 2 would let Norton counterpunch with another 2-point hook. And then we'll roll so that'll give him 5 punches landed. We'll re-roll the D20 the blue D20 since we had to use it. A 17 is not within power range for Norton. 140 left in the round. Norton now starting to look more like the fighter who took Balboa to the limit in the Greatest Boxer tournament last year. 1 on the inside for Balboa, 1 on the inside for Norton. Once again, we are going toe-to-toe. Norton up first with a 34 on the inside. Hook and 2 crosses landed for 3 punches landed. Balboa on the inside with a 27. Big shots in the pocket for 3 points, so nobody picks up anything on that exchange. 120 left in the round. We're going toe-to-toe once again on the inside. Norton up first with a 39 on the inside. That'll be a hook and 2 crosses for 3 punches. Balboa with a 1 on the inside will bang away with both hands for 5 points. So he'll pick up a net 2. The 10 is not within his power range, but it is enough to give him momentum. 1 minute left in the round. One on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the outside for Norton. Norton controlling the action on the outside. With a 96, that's a foul. He'll land a punch, but then we have to check the foul chart. The 6 will just miss being a foul. Norton gets away with 1 there. Then we go to 40 seconds left in the round. As we lose track of Norton's D20. All right, we'll pull dice through so I can see everything. That is 2 on the inside for Balboa, 1 on the inside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action. On the inside with a 21, that'll be big shots in the pocket for 3 points. The 1 is within power range, but Norton makes his chin check. 20 seconds left in the round. Let's see, nothing on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action. On the inside with a 2. Blistering 2-handed assault for 5 punches landed. The 12 is not within power range, but there's the bell to end round 4. Norton came out swinging in that round, and he needed that one. 18 punches landed for Norton to 5 for Balboa. 38, I'll take care of this first. And 18 from 73 is 55? Yes. So that's a 13-punch differential. I think on a 13-punch differential, yep. This round's going to Norton. The only question is, how's it going to him? Let's find out. So first up, we'll roll for Adelaide Bird. That's an 11. He's scoring at 10-9. And this is in Norton's favor this time. And same as before. Let's see, I believe they're both giving it to Norton 10-9. All right, that's it for round 4. I'll get everything reset, and we'll be all set to start round 5. There's the bell to start round 5 as the fans at the Cow Palace are humming over getting another great bout. First roll for round 5. Well, whatever. Not going to fight with that at this point. 1 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action on the inside with a 99. Well, we have to check the event chart, so we'll roll Norton's D percentile once again and see what happens. That's a 51. Fighter ahead on punches, pours it on. Outscores opponent 5-1 in this segment. Since Norton had control, actually nobody's ahead on punches, so I don't think anything happens with that rare event. At least that's how I'm going to play that. 240 left in the round. That's 2 on the inside for Balboa, 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with a 0. He's going to bang away with both hands for 5 points. 17 is not within power range. 220 left in the round. Balboa now with momentum coming out of that big flurry. 2 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe. Balboa with a 24 on the outside is good for big shots in the pocket for 3 points. Norton on the inside with a 63 is going to be a miss. The 3 will let Balboa counterpunch. Actually, counter I believe is a d20 roll. At least that's how I've been doing it this whole bout. Let's look. I'm just double checking the counter rating because I've been assuming the roll is... It would make sense that the roll's on a d20 because it seems like it should be fairly hard to do. Counter punches on a d20. Okay, that's what I thought. So I just lost my train of thought here. Let me walk back through that slowly. Balboa on the outside with 2 stars. Norton on the inside with 2, so we went toe-to-toe. Balboa picked up a 24 on the outside, which is big shots in the pocket for 3 points. Norton with a 63 on the inside was a miss to check the opponent's counter. Balboa with a 3 counter punches for another 2 shots on the hook, which gives him another 5 punches landed. Nothing within... Actually, since we used that, we got a shit roll for power as well. And 11's not within Balboa's power range. 2 minutes left in the round. That's a 1 on the outside for Balboa, nothing on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action on the outside with a 23. That's another big shots in the pocket for 3 points. 17 is not within Balboa's power range. 140 left in the round. 1 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action on the inside with a 16. That will be heavy rights and lefts for 4 points. He'll take momentum back. 13 is not within power range. 120 left in the round. One on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with an 82 on the inside. That'll be a miss. The 6 will not let Balboa counterpunch. 1 minute to go in the round as they're both looking tired heading toward the end of the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa, 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action on the inside with a 10. Wild cross finishes the flurry for 4 punches landed. The 12 is not within power range, though. 40 seconds left in the round. We're heading for a potential TKO for Balboa here. 2 on the outside for Balboa, nothing on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with an 18 on the outside. That will be big shots in the pocket for 3 points. The 2 is within power range, but Norton makes his chin check. Last segment of the round. One on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with a 46. Snaps a jab followed by a cross for 2 points. Or 2 punches landed. 10 is now within power range, and there's the bell to end round 5. Balboa coming back after round 4 and opening fire on Norton. 20-6. And 49. That's a 14-punch differential. So now we're looking at, once again, at the 13-19 punch differential, now going in Balboa's direction. First up for Bird. See if we can turn that just a touch. Perfect. That's a 17, so that's going to Balboa 10-9 on Bird's card. Let's see what O'Connor and Keene have to say. 16 and a 19. O'Connor's giving it to Balboa 10-9. But Keene is giving it to Balboa 10-8. Balboa very much came out firing in round 5 after that blowout in round 4. Let's get ready for round 6. Cornermen are finishing up with their fighters. Marita's calling the boxers back to the center of the ring, and there's the bell to start round 6. Our first action of the round is nothing on the outside for Norton to one on the, for Balboa to one on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action on the inside with a 59. Misses. The 5 will let Balboa counterpunch with a 2-point cross. We got to roll for power again. 16 is not within Balboa's power range. 240 to go in the round. Balboa with momentum. If I can ever get my hands around the dice. 1 on the inside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action on the inside with a 39. Good for a hook and 2 crosses for 3 punches landed. 16 is not within Norton's power range, though. 220 left to go in the round. Yep. Got to keep track of Balboa's D20. 2 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe. Norton with an inside 59. Misses will check the opponent's counterpunch after we resolve Balboa's inside 28. An inside 28 is going to be big shots in the pocket for 3 punches landed, plus another 2 on the hook, so that'll be a total of 5. We'll re-roll that for power, not that it's going to matter. 9 is not within Balboa's power range. He'll take momentum, though. 2 minutes to go in the round. Two on the inside for Balboa, 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action on the inside with a 39. That'll be big shots in the pocket for 3 points. Balboa, that'll be 3 punches landed. Balboa is within power range, and Norton just barely passes his chin check. That was close. 140 left in the round. Balboa teeing off here in round 6. Nothing on the outside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with an inside 82. Will be a miss, but the 9 won't let Balboa counterpunch. 120 to go in the round. Pulling that through. 2 on the inside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton, which means we're going toe-to-toe. Balboa with an inside 64 will be a miss to check the opponent's counter. Norton with an inside 20 will land heavy rights and lefts for 4 points, but Norton won't be able to add to that via any counterpunching. We'll re-roll for power. That's an 11, not within Norton's power range. We already added the punches for Norton. 120 left in the round. Norton storming back here. All right, 2 on the inside for Balboa to 2 on the outside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe. Norton with an outside 4. It's going to be heavy rights and lefts for 4 points. Balboa with an inside 60. An inside 60 is going to be a miss. The 5 will let Norton counterpunch with a 2-point cross. So he'll get a total of 6 points out of that exchange. Then we've got to roll that for power, not that it matters. A 3 would be within Norton's power range, but Balboa makes his chin check. 40 seconds to go in the round. One on the outside for Balboa to 1 on the inside for Norton, so we're going toe-to-toe once again. Let me make sure I pull that through. Norton with an inside 11 is going to be good for another heavy rights and lefts for 4 punches landed. Balboa with an outside 48 is going to be a trip hammer for 2 points, so Norton will net 2 points on the exchange. Norton's 4 is within power range. Balboa will make his chin check, though. 20 seconds left in the bout. Or in the round, I should say. It's not the bout. Pulling the couple of dice through. 1 on the inside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with, what was that? An inside 63. That'll be a miss, and Balboa will counterpunch with a 2-point hook. 2 punches landed hook. That'll bring him up to 12 points. We'll re-roll for power for Balboa. That is a 10, which is not in his power range, but that's the end of round. That's the end of round 6. This is actually a really even bout, a really even round. 15 to 12 in favor of Norton. So Norton is at 3, Balboa is at 31. This is a 3-punch differential. This is going to be a closely contested bout. So on 3 punches, We'll see how Bird scores it first. Bird is scoring that one 10-9 to Norton. Then we'll ask O'Connor and Keen what they think. Let's see, if 4 is going to... Right, so O'Connor's giving that round to Norton, but Keen is giving that one to Balboa. I mean, just how neck and neck these two fighters are. With that, we'll get everything reset and we'll get ready to start round 7. Norton's starting to find that tenacity that made him at least take Balboa to the limit during the tournament. The crowd is humming for round 7, and there's the bell. Let's start round 7. We'll go back to 3 minutes left in the round for the first segment of round 7. 2 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe. Balboa up first with an outside 20. That'll be big shots in the pocket for 3 points. Norton will pick up Norton with an inside 20. Will be hooking 2 crosses, land for 3 points. So nobody nets anything in that segment. 2:40 left in the round. Two on the inside for Balboa to nothing on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with an inside 63. That'll be a miss, and the 7 will not let Norton counterpunch, just barely. 2:20 to go in the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton, so we're going toe-to-toe once again. Balboa with an inside 86 will be a clinch, so nothing happening in that segment. 2 minutes left in the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa to 2 on the outside for Norton, so we're going toe-to-toe again. Let me see if I can pull that 20 through. I can. Balboa with an inside 60... Balboa with an inside 17, actually. That'll be a wild cross finishing a flurry for 4 points. Norton with an outside 67. Outside 67 will be a miss. The 2 will let Balboa counterpunch with a 2-point hook, which will give Balboa a total of 6 points. 6 punches landed. We've got a reroll for power. That's now within Balboa's power range. He'll take momentum, though. 1:40 left in the round. Pull dice through so I can see what they're doing. 1 on the outside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with an inside 83. That'll be a clinch. 1:20 to go in the round. Nothing on the outside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with an inside 90. That'll be a miss. The 19 won't let Balboa counterpunch. 1 minute to go in the round. 2 on the outside for Balboa to 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with an outside 62. That'll be a miss, but the 13 won't let Norton counterpunch. 40 seconds left to go in the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton, going toe-to-toe. Balboa with an inside 65. That'll be a miss. Norton with an inside 6. That'll be lands heavy rights and lefts for 4 punches landed. The 1 will be within power range, but Balboa will make his chin check. Last segment for the round. Pulling that through. 2 on the inside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton, going toe-to-toe once again. Norton with an inside 10 will be heavy rights and lefts for 4 points. Balboa with his inside 50 will be a trip hammer right-left for 2 punches landed. Norton will net 1 out of that. 12 is not within Norton's power range, and there's the bell to end round 7. Another pretty even round, but Norton will be fatigued coming out of this round. So that is 6 punches landed for Balboa to 5 for Norton in the round. 3 is 28. 6 is fatigued. With a 1-punch differential, it is very easy for this round to go either way. So let's see what the judges have to say. First up, Adelaide Bird. 15. He's giving that round to Norton. O'Connor and Keene on a one-punch differential are both giving the round to Balboa. We'll get everything reset and ready for round 8, where we'll meet a fatigued Ken Norton. Ken Norton is now fatigued. He wasn't helped by getting mauled for 5 stamina from Balboa right off the bat. So let's take a look at Norton's fatigue ratings once it decides to cooperate. His power range will drop down to a 2. He'll have to make a 5 on his chin knockdown check, a 9 if he's hurt going into the segment, and his knockout's a 5. His will is a 7. I forget what will's used for. Let me see if I can get an explanation. The ability to avoid a TKO. If they take 3 or more punches while hurt. We haven't had anybody hurt yet in this bout, so that's been nothing we've had to worry about there. But we are all set to start round 8, so there's the bell. Let's start round 8. 3 minutes left in the round. Two on the outside for Balboa, to 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with I believe we established that was an outside 26. That'll be big shots in the pocket for 3 punches landed. 1 is within Balboa's power range, but Norton makes his chin check. But Balboa gets momentum. 2:40 left in the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa, to 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action once again. This time with a 95 on the inside. 95 is a foul, so he's going to land a punch and then check the foul chart. He will not make a foul on the 20. 2:20 left in the round. 1 on the outside for Balboa, to 1 on the outside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe. Balboa with an outside 18, wild cross finishing the flurry for 4 points. Norton with an outside 87 will actually be a miss, but the 20 won't let Balboa counterpunch, so Balboa will pick up another 3 punches landed. 2 minutes left in the round. Pulling dice through once again so I can see what they're doing. Come on. Yeah, I'll re-roll that because it didn't come through clean. 2 on the inside for Balboa, 2-1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with a 75 on the inside. That'll be a miss, but the 18 won't let Norton counterpunch. 1:40 to go in the round. 1 on the inside for Balboa, to 0 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with an inside 26. That'll be big shots in the pocket for another 3 punches landed. 19 is not within Balboa's power range. 1:20 left in the round. 1 on the inside for Balboa, to 1 on the inside for Norton, so we are going toe-to-toe. Balboa with an inside 91 will actually turn out to be a clinch, so nothing happening in that segment. 1 minute left in the round. We haven't had any knockdowns yet this fight, surprisingly enough. We got to get Norton's D6 in there. 1 on the outside for Balboa, to 2 on the outside for Norton. Norton in control of the action with a... What is that? That's an outside 7. That'll be good for heavy rights and lefts for 4 punches landed. The 2 is within Norton's power range. Actually, that's the top of his power range. Balboa makes his chin check easily, though. 40 seconds left in the round. 2 on the outside for Balboa, to 0 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with an outside 6. Wild cross finishing the flurry for 4 points. 14 is not within Balboa's power range. 20 seconds left in the round. Two on the outside for Balboa, to 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action on the outside with a 12. That's a wild cross finishing the flurry for 4 points. 15 is not within Balboa's power range, and there's the bell to end round 8. Balboa with another 18 punches landed. Norton is just cannon fodder at this point. to 4, 24, and Norton is still fatigued. With a 14-punch differential, we'll see how the judges are scoring. If they're scoring this for Balboa, definitely. The only question is how many points is Norton picking up from each judge. Let's ask Bird first. He's giving Norton 9 points. And now we'll ask O'Connor and Keene. They're both giving Norton 9 as well. With that, I'll get everything reset and we'll be ready for round 9. Cornermen are trying to get Norton something resembling his wind back. He's very much fatigued and just getting teed off on at this point. Unfortunately, it's not quite over yet because there's the bell to start round 9. 3 minutes left in the round. That'll be 1 on the outside for Balboa to 1 on the inside for Norton. So we're going toe-to-toe once again. Balboa with an outside 27. Outside 27 will be good for big shots in the pocket for 3 points. Norton with an inside 42 will be good for a snap jab followed by a cross for 2 punches landed. But Balboa will net 1. He'll take the momentum. 12 is not within power range. 2:40 to go in the round. 1 on the outside for Balboa to nothing on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with an outside 26. An outside 26 is big shots in the pocket for 3 punches landed. 3. I've never had this happen before. The 4 is within Balboa's power range. Norton actually fails his chin check. So now we've got to roll the d20 again. If it's a 5 or lower, Norton gets knocked out. That's an 11, so Norton will not be knocked out, but he is hurt going into this next segment, so 220 left, which means we don't get to roll Norton's dice at all. So we'll put the blue dice down. Up. Not on the floor, but we will put them down. So Balboa gets an unopposed segment. We will be on the outside for this segment with a 91. That'll be a clinch. So Balboa gets a free shot at Norton, but he can't do anything with it. So we get Norton's dice back now. 2 minutes left in the round. 1 on the inside for Balboa to 1 on the inside for Norton, so we're going toe-to-toe. Balboa with an inside 95. That'll be a foul for 1 punch landed, then check the foul chart. Norton with an inside 25 will be hook and 2 crosses for 3 punches landed. So Norton will net 3 punches landed out of that. 18 is not within power range, not in a million years. 140 left in the round. 2 on the outside for Norton to 2 on the outside, 2 on the outside for Balboa to 2 on the outside for Norton. So we are going toe-to-toe. Norton with an outside 45 will be good for snapping a jab followed by a cross for 2 points. Balboa with an outside 32 will be big shots in the pocket for 3 punches landed of his own. Neither one can do anything further with that, though. Okay, so moving to 120 left in the round. 2 on the outside for Balboa to 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with an outside 18. Will be big shots in the pocket for 3 punches landed. The 18 is not within power range. 1 minute to go in the round. Two on the inside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton, so we're going toe-to-toe. Balboa with an inside 93 will turn that into a clinch. 40 seconds left in the segment. 1 on the outside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with an inside 90. An inside 90 is going to be a miss. The 4 will let Balboa counterpunch with a 2-point hook. So that'll bring him up to 9 points. The 4 is within Balboa's power range. Actually, we had to use that for the counterpunch, so we'll re-roll for Balboa's power range. And we'll re-roll that again because it didn't come out clean. That's a 2, which would be within Balboa's power range. Norton fails another chin check. So we got to roll this to see if he gets knocked out. A 5 or less, he will be knocked out. That's an 18. Norton's fine on that, so we actually pick up... So Balboa's actually picked up 2 knockdowns this round, which means he'll get an unopposed segment to finish the round. So we'll put Norton's dice down. And we'll see where the action's going to be for Balboa's last unopposed segment of the round. That's going to be on the inside with a 54. Inside 54 is going to be a miss. Norton has no counterpunch, but there's the bell to end round 9. 9 to 3 in terms of punches landed. 21. Still fatigued. That's a 6-punch differential. We'll see how the judges score this one. The judges are scoring... Actually, Bird is giving this to... Bird's giving it to Norton, actually, no, that's not right. 6... No, he's just giving it to Balboa. Giving it to Balboa 10-9. O'Connor, we're only going to roll for O'Connor because Keane has impact bias. So because Norton scored 2 knockdowns that round, Norton's actually going to lose the round 10-8. So now we're rolling for O'Connor on a 6-punch differential. He's going to give that one to Balboa as well. Balboa now starting to tee off here. I didn't say I was using the 3 knockdown rule, so I'm not going to use it on this bout. All punches landed are reduced by 1 for the rest of the fight. So Norton should only be at 3 from round 8, 2 from round 9. So Balboa is going to have 2 extra stamina going into round 10. So I will get the board reset and we'll be ready to start round 10. Norton looks to be dead in the water coming into round 10. He's been getting hammered this round, so there's the bell for what's probably going to be a mercy killing on this bout. 3 minutes to go for the first segment of the last round. That'll be 2 on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. We're going toe-to-toe. Balboa with an outside 48. Outside 48 is going to be a miss. We'll check Norton's counterpunch in a minute. He'll be looking at an inside 90. He'll be looking at an inside 96. That'll be a foul for 1 punch landed, but then we'll check the foul chart. A 14 won't foul. So Norton will pick up the momentum. 2:40 left in the round. Nothing on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with an inside 82. That'll be a miss. The 6 will not let Balboa counterpunch. I thought it did for a second. 2:20 left in the round. 1 on the inside for Balboa, 1 on the outside for Norton. So we're going toe-to-toe. Norton first with an outside 41. That'll be a snap to jab followed by a cross for 2 punches landed. Balboa with an inside 11 will be good for a wild cross finishing a flurry for 4 punches landed. So that'll be a net 2 to Balboa. The 11 is not within Balboa's power range. 2 minutes left in the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa, 2 on the inside for Norton, so we're going toe-to-toe once again. Balboa with an inside 71 will be good for a miss. We'll check the counterpunch in a second. Norton with an inside 66 will also miss, and only Balboa will get to counterpunch with a 2-point hook. We'll re-roll for power. 1 is within power range. We'll roll for Norton's chin check because we had to use that earlier for his counterpunch. That's a 14. He passes his chin check. 1:40 left in the round. Gotta get the D20s through as well. Pulling that through. 2 stars on the outside for Balboa, 2 on the outside for Norton, so we're going toe-to-toe once again. Balboa with an outside 24. is going to be good for big shots in the pocket for 3 punches landed. Norton with an outside 32 is also going to get hook and 2 crosses for 3 punches landed, so netting no change there. 120 left in the round. 1 on the outside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with an inside 93 will be a clinch. 1 minute to go in the round. 2 on the inside for Balboa to 1 on the outside for Norton. Balboa controlling the action with an inside 13. It's going to be a wild cross finishing a flurry for 4 punches landed. That's another 4 to Balboa. The 11 is not within Balboa's power range. 40 seconds to go in the bout, or in the bout, basically, at this point. Nothing on the outside for Balboa to 2 on the inside for Norton. Norton in control of the action with an inside 13. That's going to be heavy rights and lefts for 4 punches landed, which will be enough to give Norton momentum. 15 is not within power range. Last segment of the bout. Nothing on the outside for Balboa to 2 on the inside to 2 on the outside for Norton. Norton controlling the action with an outside 50. That'll be a miss. The 18 won't let Balboa counterpunch, and there's the bell to end round 10. 8 punches landed for Balboa to 5 for Norton, with a 3-punch differential. Let's see how the judges are scoring this. First up is Bird, who's giving it to Balboa 10-9. Now we'll score for O'Connor and Keene. No impact bias to worry about here. All right, that's a 3-punch differential. So, actually, O'Connor is giving the fight to Norton by 10-9. But Keene is going to be giving that one to giving it to Balboa 10-9. But now that's the end of the bout, so now we've got to go to the judges for the decision, and let's move over my shoulder to resolve that. Scoring this should be relatively easy. On Judge 1, Balboa missed 1, 2, 3 points for a total of 97. 1, 2, 3 on Judge 2 for 97. And Judge 3, 1, 2 for 98. For Norton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 93. Judge 2, so O'Connor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 93. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for a total of 90. So by a score of 97-93, 97-93, 98-90, Rocky Balboa wins this rematch of the best bout, to me, the bout of the tournament and the greatest boxer tournament in Title Bout 2. And that's it for another bout in Glory Days Boxing. I may do another tournament similar to what I did last year, because I do really enjoy this game. But I have another project brewing that I may pursue instead. But I need to see how some other changes I'm making settle down. And I'll talk more about those on Thursday with the end of February recap. Anyway, let's wrap this video up. Busy weekend coming up. As I mentioned, tomorrow will be the end of February recap. Saturday we'll be starting our new cookbook on mystical munchies, but we'll have more on that during the end of February recap. Sunday we're headed back to the ice rink as we play Appa Hockey with the 1984-85 matchup lined up. As for next week, we're staying in the ring, but a very different ring, as we play all-time wrestling. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.